Praise the Lord as I come to you today on this Sabbath day, coming to the end of Shavuot. I've been really thinking about what Ahmadinejad, or whatever his name is over there in Iran, the leader of that, and they talked at at the nation deal that just went on. And he talked about the New World Order. And yeah, he did. He mentioned it. Said the words, New World Order. Also, in that Israel would not be existent sometime in the near future. There would be no Israel. But he also says that it wasn't true about the Holocaust. Well, I have been looking, and there's some videos on it, and I'm going to put them up there. And you really need to watch these videos. Yes, I know they're grotesque. I know they're hard to watch. On my mama's side, we had Jewish in us. She had two brothers. Both of them served in the army around this time. One had to fight the Japanese. The other one was sent over there, and he was there when Germany fell. He was some of the people that went in some of those camps, and he never really would talk about it. A lot of it that he found, he would say, that's something I would rather never remember again. So horrifying that my uncle died as a drunk. To him, that was the best way to wipe out the memories of what he's seen over there in the death camps, or death camp that he went to. Being that he would not really talk about it, only saying it was the most horriblest thing he ever seen in his life. And then he'd walk away and get a beer or a glass of whiskey or whatever. I mean, it was just like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to remember what I saw. And Mama and Grandmother told me that, that he was over there, and that some of the things that he saw in the dead bodies and all the stuff, that he's come to the point he will not talk about it, mention it to anybody. I guess when he first came back, he did talk to some of the family because he was so upset. And it was hard on him, being that there's some Jewish in him, because he was my mother's brother, being that the Jewish come on their side. And after that, see, my grandpa was a full-blooded German. And my uncle really became ashamed that he was had any German blood in him. So all these people that try to say that the Holocaust didn't happen, you know, the leaders over there that says, oh, there are historical records. There are even pictures. Not acting, not making a movie nowadays with actors and actresses in it, but real life footage of these Holocausts, these horrible things that went on. And you may say, well, why are you bringing that up now, Barbara? Especially during this election and things. I believe that we need to really pray. Really pray. Because the Holocaust is coming back. You know, when Auschwitz was first built in 1940, it was built to dispose of Communist Party members, gypsies, writers, people that wrote stories and things. Depending on what they wrote, they would kill them. Prisoners of war, homosexuals. I mean, that's what it was first done. But back in 1941, around the Ukraine, up in there, they started killing the Jews. Now, that was in 1941, but September the 29th in 1941, there was documents made, but they would round up the Jews, dig a big, long pit. There were several places where they would do this, and it was mostly in the Russian, what we know that's of Russia now. The Ukraine and there. And they would take them out and make them get into the pit, and the soldiers would kill them. Well, the whole thing about it, and you'll see if you watch it, you will see where the people of the town would even come out and help in the killing. They talked about the ground where they did this and they covered them up would move, literally move, because they were pretty sure that all of them wasn't dead. In fact, they could hear screams and they could hear moaning. Maybe there were air gaps down there for the ones that weren't immediately killed. And you will hear people that's in that town still alive, because children and all that were still alive when this happened, telling and even grieve about what they saw and did. But one of the major leaders, I can't think of his name, come out and seen it, and he was horrified at the way they were doing it. You know, too many bullets were wasted, and they were just horrified at seeing how they were killed. They were taken just like you would an animal and shoot it down. and cover it up, whether it was dead or not. So he comes up with this ideal in 1942 to stop that and take them to these camps. You know, the first kind was up front and personal. People killing their neighbors, their what used to be friends, and things, because they were Jew. Well, he decided that was too much of a waste of ammo and too grotesque, so he had them transported up west into these concentration camps to be exterminated. Well, I know it's coming again. Even worse than what happened with Hitler. The one that's coming is going to be more deceptive. Yeah, I believe he's already here, but who he is, I don't know. But anyway, I believe he's more deceptive, more cunning, more persuasive than even Hitler was. He will be more charismatic, draw people to him. And I've got a manuscript that I wrote. I haven't never sent it off to a book club, to get it printed or anything, but I wrote it, and part of it, and some of the book was dreams that I had. But in this book, it's called Dark Horse Coming. That means a mysterious man will come. He will have all the pleasantries that people are looking for, but yet he's the dark horse coming. And what Hitler did then will be nothing compared to what this man will do in the very, very near future, even here in America. And I know this has been a debate for a long time about the FINA camps, but they're there. I've seen some of them with my own eyes. I don't always like taking people's words for it, so I go out and see it with my own eyes, and there are different spots. You can go find them yourself. But I really felt led to put this out today because times and seasons are changing. Not for the better, but for the worse, for humanity. The only thing that we can do as children of God is stand in His covering and protection. Now you say, do you believe the bride will be taken before all of this? Well, yes, I still believe that. I don't believe that it's going to quite happen the way I had thought it would happen, because I have become to believe that the deal that's going to happen with Rosh Hashanah will be Jesus Christ, Yeshua, coming back in the clouds of glory on the white horse. So sometime this, when the bride is taken, is going to happen, but it will surely be, no man knows what hour or day that will happen. It will happen like a whisper in the night. I really believe only a few will even realize that we're even missing. Maybe even care whether we're missing or not. But they are things that's coming and that we need to prepare for. Now, how much of it will the bride have to go through? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Do I care? Yes, I do. But one thing I do know, that I am sealed by His blood and covered by Him, and He will protect me no matter what. And then when it is my time to go, I will go. Not a day before, nor a day later. But I want you to watch these documents that made and realize that it did happen. It did happen. And there's going to be a repeat in the near future. But it's even going to be worse than that. It seems like every time that there's a repeat of something that happened even in the Older Testament, when it happens again in the future, it is worse than when it happened in the first place. It's like it's building momentum. Well, of course it would be, because you're going to have Satan himself here on earth with his angels, giving his power to the beast and to the false prophet. That's something that Hitler didn't have. Yeah, I know he went and he saw the Spear of Destiny, and he come out after he seen the Spear of Destiny and said there was something that happened that scared him, because there was this dark form that come out and come into him. He said that to some of his people around. But this isn't going to be some dark spirit come out and possess somebody. This is going to be Satan himself giving his authority to a person, the Antichrist, the beast, and the false prophet, which I believe is a big part of it's Catholic Church. That's just what I believe. But anyway, it's going to be worse, because it's the last. It's the last hurrah of Satan before Yeshua comes down and sets his kingdom up here on this earth. And the false beast and the prophet will be thrown into the lake of fire to be burned. And Satan will be thrown into the pit and chained up for 1,000 years. I want you to look at the film. I really do. I want you to look at the film and realize what happened then is only a little bit of what's going to happen in the near future, because the near future's events is going to be worse than the past events with Hitler. Hitler was possessed by a demon. The beast is going to have the power and authority of Satan. It's time to really prepare your hearts. Really prepare your hearts. And ask for forgiveness and believe in Yeshua HaMashiach. the one that paid the price for you, who died on Calvary for you. So, I'm going to put the films down below. I know it will be hard. It will be hard to watch. But it's needful, because there are some that has never been revealed before until now. In fact, what got me on this, I was listening to the History Channel and saw some footage and stuff that I'd never seen before. So I went and looked it up on YouTube, and people are smarter than me because some of them already has it. So I'm not going to download. I'm just going to send you over there to look. These people have taken the time to put them out there. They're part of history. And also, few people, and I didn't know this, there were how many thousands of American soldiers that were captured? At least 1,000 or more that was captured and put in these concentration camps, and they died just like the Jews. You need to see that, because I didn't know that, and I've studied history. American soldiers in World War II were put in concentration camps, starved to death. I'm just saying, you learn something new every day. American soldiers, as well as the Jews, died in those concentration camps. Why isn't history teaching more about the truth about what happened over there? Why? Why isn't the real, true history being taught? Was it so bad that they can't show them? Well, they need to know. They need to know that they may have had some uncles that died in concentration camps just for the mere fact they were American soldiers going over there to fight a war. We call it World War II. Father, bless this video and let people wake up. Let people here in America wake up in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen.